aeroplanes over at Winton. He's found the 60.
Whoa!
That's not the way to start a takeoff on a U-52. The wind is horrendous. Mike Eccles of the U-52. Yeah, she's up and running now. Yes, any minute now. Throttles to the end and away she goes. That, folks, is Marshall. That was Hanging Mike, wasn't it? Yeah, that was very close to the stall, ladies and gentlemen, that takeoff. As you can see, the aeroplane is wallowing. He's gradually getting a Marshall. This aeroplane reproduces exactly the corrugated metal skinning, which was used by Professor Junkers and all his designs from the Tin Donkey, as it was known, of 1915, which was the first successful metal-skinned aeroplane to enter service. It was introduced as an aeroplane in the German Imperial Air Service in 1915. It was not particularly successful, too heavy, not enough power, but it brought about the first use of corrugated metal construction. And the Junkers company stuck with this to up to the advent of the U-52, this aeroplane here, around 1933-34. The Junkers company was unique in 1918 into bringing into service the Junkers D9. This was the world's first all-metal single-seat fighter, introduced very late in the First World War. Not particularly successful, again, a little bit heavy, marginal power, but it showed the way for later fighters, very much showed the way in the era of the biplane. Junkers persevered with this method of construction. The forerunner of the U-52 was the Junkers W-34, which was very similar to this, but smaller, single-engined, and the designation U-52-3M means a bomber. Hard to believe it, but this was originally a 3-engine bomber. On the bomber version, the aeroplane featured a retractable gun turret, which was lowered from beneath the rear fuselage of the machine gunner, even as 38, and it served with the Luftwaffe through the whole of the Second World War, from 1939 to the cessation of hostilities in 1945. Aeroplanes of this type took part in all of the major operations of the Second World War. This particular aeroplane is painted to replicate an aeroplane used in the invasion of Crete in 1941, which was really the first and last occasion the German armed forces attempted a really big parachute drop on the scale of the Normandy invasion. It was a partial success. They did succeed in capturing Crete from the defending soldiers, which were mainly New Zealand and British soldiers, but the costs were astronomically high. And again, a very significant loss came in 1942, early 43, during the siege of Stalingrad, when the 6th Army under General von Paulus was, fight, ladies and gentlemen, done under very marginal conditions indeed. Got plenty of speed on, so beautiful. That's the way to do it in a crosswind, folks. Mike Eccles and Lane on the U-52 3 motor. Back to that. Thank you very much.